Welcome to Big Ideas Little Table. I'm Peter.
I'm Chris.
And this is not Limp Bizkit. This is our podcast. We just happen to be wearing backwards hats because we're 90s kids.
Yeah.
Although, what year were you born? Are we going to say, do we need to know? Was it 90s or 80s?
It was the 80s.
Same here. But we grew up in the 90s, so that makes us 90s kids.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And why are we wearing hats today?
Well, because my hair's a mess.
And I'm wearing a hat in sympathy because your hair is a mess. I don't want you to be the only one in Limp Bizkit. I want it to be there too.
I really wish I knew a Limp Bizkit song I could start shouting out right now, but is that like sympathy, like weight gain for like a pregnancy kind of thing?
That's exactly sympathy hat wearing.
Is there a lot of hormones involved in wearing hats, or
testosterone probably? Yes. I don't think it's the hormones as much as just like, oh, that guy's wearing a hat. No, I'm wearing a hat.
And I love that we maintain the backward solidarity. You could have worn a hat normally, but you went this way.
No, I went this way. I had to. I had to.
I had to. I heard you.
I'm dropping gold here. Okay. So, hats, cool or not cool? Is it in this 2022? Are hats a thing? Are they still a thing?
Well,
are we making them a thing?
We're starting the trend. We're bringing
this look back, guys. Just so you know, 2023. This is going to be the big look. I believe we started it here.
I believe Taylor Swift said, "I come back harder than a '90s trend." '90s trend, hat backwards,
and pop references.
I know. Just,
So, are you a big fan of Taylor Swift? What do we call them? Swifties? Or yeah, we had this conversation before.
I don't think we settled on what they were called, and I clearly didn't do any research on it.
What would you call yourself as a fan of Taylor Swift?
I don't
Taylor?
know. I was gonna,
would you be a tailor?
like I fix clothing.
Yeah.
Well, if you fix hats, you're a haberdasher.
That's a fun name.
But that has nothing to do with Taylor Swift.
Who do you think thought of that name? They're like, we make hats. Let's make fun name for us.
Was it a Middle Eastern?
I was going for Eastern European accent.
Okay, it's really hard.
I was thinking they were cold. They probably need something to cover their heads.
So Russian then.
Hey, we make hats.
We mean to make head. Yeah. You put cloth on head.
Which makes me, I have to look that up now. Who do you think made the hat?
Who made the first hat?
The first hat.
Well,
take a guess.
Well, I feel like turbans would and things of that nature would predate like a hat that we think of, because it's more of just a cloth wrapped around your head, and so that's a more simplistic style of hat. Oh,
interesting. We have an answer here. So, according to, thank goodness for Google, by the way, as 90s kids, we didn't enjoy this. We would just, in your family, if you're a 90s kid, or even early 2000s, you would spend hours and hours just arguing about silly things. I remember one time my cousins got in a literal fist fight over if sharks could sleep or not. That's a true story, by the way. And yes, they do sleep. Sharks do sleep. So
wait. Dolphins do like a half brain shutdown at a time. Is a shark a similar thing?
No.
Because dolphins do have to breathe. Sharks don't have to breathe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And the whales do the same thing. Like half of the brain will shut down. Also, they have to be aware for predators.
Cetaceans would be the technical term of whales and dolphins.
Cetacean?
Yes.
Look, I always thought they were like cetacean. Look at me. How ignorant. I apologize.
Wouldn't that be solicitation?
That's what I thought solicitation was. You go to the store, I'm like, no whales in this place.
Nobody solicits.
Although I did see a few whales, I was wondering why they were there.
That's Walmart.
Of the human nature. Yeah, exactly. Hey, get out of here. You don't belong.
Sorry, no solicitation. Wait, what?
Walmart's like, no. You're welcome here. You're our number one customer.
Please come on in.
I can't say I'm going to Walmart. Nothing against looks, by the way. I have no problem if you want to be bigger, smaller, skinny, fat.
I have a couple problems.
My only thing, this is my thing, and I tell my wife all the time, I don't care if you're larger or smaller. I think you're loved and you should be, all that touchy-feely stuff.
Sure.
But at the same time, I'm concerned about your health. I see people that are grossly overweight, and every time I challenge you to go to the store and just look at what they're getting in their carts. Like, look at the shopping cart. You never see a big person because they're always like, oh, well, I'm big boned. And you never see their shopping cart full of like spinach, lettuce, like fruits and veggies. No, it's always full of chips and sodas and stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, you're not doing yourself any favors.
Big bone.
Yeah. And that's my point. My point is, okay, look, if you are on a strict diet, exercising rigorously, all this stuff, and you just happen to be big, yay for you. That's awesome. I don't believe it.
Yeah, it's hard
I
to buy.
don't believe it. So
It's hard to buy, said two tall, skinny, white
Tall,
kids. 90s kids with kick-ass backwards hats.
Yeah, rocking it. That's why we're so edgy right now, talking about large people. You know, we can because we got backwards
Like
hats.
Man. We're Rage Against the Machines right here.
They're an awesome band, by the way.
See, I knew that one.
I did the exact song. Yeah, but that was very nice. Go in it now. We're doing like a charades, like a music charades here. Like you will hum it and I'll guess the song.
Have you ever played Cranium?
No,
Board game
I've seen the
Cranium?
game. I haven't played it.
Highly recommend. Highly recommend. It has like 4 categories, and that's what is so great about it, because they took like a bunch of different board games and smashed it into one. Sorry, this is a total sidebar.
No, I'm interested.
And one of them in the performer category, because that has like you can act like a famous person where you have to guess who that is based
cool.
without using like proper nouns. You can do essentially what's charades, and then there's one of them called a humdinger, where one person either hums or whistles a song, and your team has to guess it. And I was like,
Okay, let's do it. Give me a song. Just hum a song. Let's see if I can guess it. Or maybe the band, because the specific name might be.
does it have to be a 90s song, or it's because we're doing...
Let's do 90s. Yeah, the 90s. Oh, that's Buddy Holly, Weezer.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah.
By the way, I like how you grabbed them. You're really getting into that.
I have to
Rivers Cuomo was coming out right now.
I had to get the Weezer into the mic. Like, that's, I mean...
That's I could see you being a good karaoke star.
I'm a front man, that's for sure.
And I'm back. My dream job was always the rhythm guitarist in a really famous band.
Bass guitar.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want the pressure of being the lead guitarist. I didn't want the image of being the lead singer, and I can't sing. But the rhythm guitarist, no one knows the rhythm guitarist unless you really follow the band. So
Sure.
you'd be famous,
Yeah.
but you'd be famous in your own right. Like, people would really have to know the band to be about you. You could shop at Walmart, do whatever you're gonna do. No one's
Sure.
gonna raid you. I always thought that'd be my dream job.
So I have a younger brother who has been in a band.
Nice.
I don't think he's in one now, but,
What was it called?
Darwin's Bulldog.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't think they exist anymore, but if they do, Jeff, you're welcome for,
Little shout out, promo.
Anyway, I had this long discussion about it because I don't know how to write music. I mean, it maybe because I don't fully play an instrument, but I feel that I can sing because I have this angelic voice, obviously. And so I've told him before, like, I don't know how to write music or write lyrics or anything of that nature. So I would be more than happy to be the 100% vapid, shallow front man who you have some deep bass guitarist or something who's writing his soul out and pouring all of his everything into this poetry that he's creating. And then you just hand it to this dude who's just reading words. That's all I would be. I'd just be the guy reading the words and hyping the crowd up.
I can see it. We got to start a band. Bring your brother. He can be. You said guitar.
He does.
Bass?
He does guitar. He does play. I think he played bass, but he rotates around. Like I guess a lot of bands do. So he plays drums as well. And so,
Does he write deep, earthy lyrics?
He does.
Perfect.
And that's how we got in this discussion. I'm like, Jeff, how do you do this? It doesn't even come into my brain how to even begin with that. And
nice. And I'll be the one in the middle. There's always one in the middle. He's usually the bass guitarist. He's the one, that when they do, was it VH1 Behind the Music?
Sure.
Back to the 90s references, right? Mm-hmm. He's the one that's doing most of the interview because everyone else hates each other. The lead singer went off and is crazy and always
the lead
smashed.
singer's on a bunch of drugs.
Exactly. And then the lead guitarist is always just crazy, doing out of his mind.
Because he's the one trying to get his image out, and the lead singer's destroying it because he's plastered on coke. Sure.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have the rhythm guitarist or the bassist that's just there giving the whole interview, like, well, Paul, Chris started as such a nice guy. We had this band and it was wonderful. And he's very eloquent. They're always very eloquent,
Sure.
explaining the whole VH1 story. And they're only little blips of the other one. So that's what you could be.
Also,
Be
you have to have a look that doesn't match your voice, because I feel like that's how the most super grizzled guy gets up there and he's like, "Hello, yes, I'm the lead. I'm the bass guitarist," and it's like, "What? Why do you sound like Kermit the Frog, sir?"
what's funny about lead singers and stuff? We were just at Disney Springs, and they have little bands and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Little, I don't want to say nobody, but they may have been big in their own right. I don't want to diss them. They were great. They did a fantastic job. But they're just like hype bands for people shopping. And it was at night, and it's so funny because lead singers are always the same way. He has like his outfit on, right? It's like black. He's got like this little open shirt on. He's wearing sunglasses. It's like 10 o'clock at night. And the dude's wearing like sunglasses, totally in the image. And you have to be that type of person to like wear sunglasses at night, or back in the 80s, wear like the spandex, leopard print, stuff like that. You could pull it off. What would be your outfit though? What would
my
you
signature
choose?
look. I don't think I can do the 80s spandex. I just don't. I don't know if I have the body for it.
Walmart shopper, right?
I might have to go with like a 90s grunge look with the backwards hat. Yeah, ripped jeans, like a flannel, but like off and tied around your waist.
Speaking of which, let me get this out while I still have it up. Ancient Egypt, actually. It says some of the most common and earliest depictions of hats were from Thebes, Egypt in 3200 BCE. So,
Those
little
Egyptians.
knowledge for you, the Egyptians.
So, but I imagine that they're first.
I don't think it was the backwards hat as we're wearing it, but wouldn't that be cool?
Like the one pharaoh comes up after a couple of pharaohs have been wearing like headpieces, and he's like, no. Put it on the back.
Pharaoh with an F, you know what I'm saying?
What up? I'm your pharaoh. Now build me a pyramid.
I mean, maybe they had rap back in the day. Maybe they had this epic rise. They were like ahead of their time, and it had to come down eventually. That's a good book or movie. Copyright, patent pending on the screenplay, by the way.
All you out there in Cairo, make some noise.
Straight out of Thebes.
Oh, all right. That's cool. Ancient Egyptians. Who knew?
The best would be that since he's Pharaoh, all you out in Egypt, make some noise. He doesn't hear anything. He's like, or I'll kill you.
Hit everybody who just ignored my order. Exactly. Oh, okay.
They'd be the like best crowds ever. Just like, hey, you crowd surf now. Oh, okay. Right away, sir.
Because the people are literally screaming for their lives.
I mean, it's terrible. I'm just thinking of the time. Like back in the time.
Sure.
You could totally get away with it.
So I'm sorry, if he was going to have some sort of mix table, he would actually have to have different bands around him ready to play two different songs. And so like instead of a turntable, he's like, you guys now you guys now play together and we'll crossfade. He's like, oh wait, I guess.
Wait, no, how do I do this?
Play backwards. You can't do that? Kill them.
You're gone. Out of here.
Give me a band who will play forward and then backwards.
We talk about nerve-wracking. Imagine being his jester, though. You're just like always on a razor's edge, like one wrong joke and you're gone.
That wasn't funny. Kill him.
Like, oh man, dang it. I knew I should have said the thing about the hats. It wasn't good. It wasn't ready.
And what's the deal with pyramids? Am I right?
I love pyramids. Get out.
Kill him.
I haven't. I don't know. I don't do an Egyptian accent. I don't know too many Egyptians. Mo Salah's the only one that I know.
Who?
Mo Salah, the Egyptian king, soccer player. Oh, Chris.
I don't follow sports. I'm
so
sorry.
much education we need to do here.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, we're getting low on time though, so let's wrap this up. Hats, are they having a comeback or not?
I don't think they're ever going away. I mean, hats are cool. We go through.
Are they cool though, or is it like dad cool?
Okay, first of all, yes, they're cool. And I resent your statement right off the bat.
Devil's advocate here. I love wearing hats. I just want to know. Are you gonna get made fun of? Are we automatically dads wearing these hats?
I don't think we're necessarily dads, just 90s kids.
Put it on all of a sudden. Whoa!
Why do I have so many children?
That's not my. I don't even know you. How's that my kid?
First of all, the reason we're having children is because we're attracting all the ladies with the hats. There it is.
That's it.
Getting that. They're like, ooh.
I guess we just answered the question. Hats still in.
Always in. Forever.
Also, if you want to have lots of kids, wear the hat backwards.
And she's like, babe, leave the hat on.
Leave that. Leave that.
Ow.
That's hilarious. I don't even know what I would do. I'd be like,
I'm getting a little sweaty.
It's uncomfortable. Can I? What if you're like halfway through? Like, please, can I take it off?
I'm so hot.
So hot. Just sweating.
Just sweating. Are you having a good time?
But you can't take it off because if you take it off, the magic's gone.
No,
You're That's a conundrum right there. What is it? The chicken or the egg? Like, what came first?
The hat or the
hat or the
yes. I don't know how to answer this question. I feel like we're.
Now here's one more question before we go.
Okay.
Hat. When you put it on, do you feel cooler, or do you feel like more relaxed? Like when you put the hat on, is it go time? Or are we going to party? Or I put the hat on, I'm just gonna have a nice chill day on the couch, hanging out with the kids.
Oh my gosh. I feel like this is a full-on existential question and I don't know if I'm prepared for it. I like wearing the hat because I wear it when we're going to go out somewhere. Usually I'm not going to wear it if I'm at home.
And that's what I think too. And that's why I think my answer is like when I put the hat on, it's go time. Like
Sure.
That's usually the last thing I'll put on as I'm walking out the door. So exactly. So when the hat's on, it's on.
Okay.
So
I could get behind that. I guess, yeah. I had to just examine my entire life right now.
I know. Big question. Big question.
Do you feel cool with a hat on? Oh my God. I don't know. Where am I? How did I get here? Who is this?
I would say now you have to buy a motorcycle, but you already have one. So
Bingo.
that part is your wife is actually really smart. She got ahead of it. She's like, midlife crisis? I don't think so. I'm gonna pre-buy the midlife crisis. So then he'll just be
cruising.
Nothing left to no big purchases to surprise her.
Or maybe she's hoping I'll be dead in my 60s. So. She's like, here's your midlife right now.
And she got you an insurance policy at the same time.
I love you.
Did she get you the hat though? Did she get motorcycle and hat? Are they a combo?
I know for a fact that my wife does like the hat look. She's like, ooh, you look so cute with your hat on. I'm like, well.
Yes, well.
So it is go time with the hat on.
You're like, well, okay, kids, get in the car. We're going. We have 20 minutes before the movie starts.
Put the hat on. Let's go.
That's awesome. All right. So for all you at home, the hat is go time. Thanks for being here.